Okay. Clerk, manager, salesman. Why salesman every time? President. What's coming there? Dev. What we have specified there also dev. It is activating the profile or not, guys. But why it is bad? We are hard coding the profile. It's really bad or not? If we activate three different profiles by using three different approaches, can you tell me which approach specified profile will be activated? It will activate multiple beans by collecting from multiple profile that are specified in different approaches activated profile. So mismatching of profiles takes place and possibility of getting what ambiguity problem is there. So use a single approach at a time to activate the profile. Generally, we don't run same copy of project in different profiles simultaneously. But we can run different copies of same project on what? Different profile at a time. By taking those copies of projects in different machines. That is what we discussed in the beginning also. For a dev profile project copy, separate machine. For test profile project copy, separate machine. So that's why there is no question of changing what profiles, guys. Once profile is fixed, everything is fixed there. But right now we have a single machine. That's why we are learning all these experiments, right, guys? If target spring bean is having multiple possible dependent spring bean, then how can we specify specific dependent spring bean without touching the source code of the project or what application? Without touching the source code of the project or what application? Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on. Using Spring Bean aliasing concept plus Spring Bean configuration file concept plus properties file or what YML file concept. Properties file or what YML file concept. Okay, in Spring 100% it also uses what? XML support, bad approach. Using Spring or Spring Boot profiles is the best approach or not, guys? Working with Spring or Spring Boot profiles is the best approach or not, guys? Okay, guys, now listen. We have come to bit complex environment. Okay, in entire profile discussion, this portion is what bit brain eating discussion. But I will make it very simple by repeating for multiple times by involving you people. I want you people to active. Okay, three important concepts: fallback profile, child profile, okay, default profile. What is that? This child profile is also called profiles include concept. Linking one profile with what? Another. I said important topic, someone is adding here. Okay, fine, no problem. First, we will try to understand. Okay, first we try to understand that if no matching profile found, it looks to take the entries from application dot properties. That means base file. Okay. First of all, you take the previous one, was a property file only one. Close all editors, go to this. YML also we can do, but we are comfortable with what? Property file because not because that is YML is complex, but our ID is bit sensitive now. If I touch one place here and there, big errors are coming, right? Okay, that's why we prefer this was. We are going there. Suppose I have given wrong profile, guys. I have given wrong profile. Application dot properties. Okay, pre-prod profile. There I'm giving what? Prod profile. It is there or not there? Unfortunately, not there. Prod profile, there or not there? Unfortunately, not there. Okay, that's great. Right click, run as Java application. No qualifying bean is giving error because that profile related property file is not there. That profile related @bean method is also not there. So we are getting that problem or not, guys? Okay. So bean problem I'll try to solve by adding pre-prod in the MySQL. Okay, sorry, Oracle. Okay, this one. But our property file level, it actually looks to take from application.properties. 1 minute. Only for adjustment sake, I am taking pre-prod over here. Pre-prod, pre-production, whatever it is. I have added that. Okay. Run as Java application. Still error is coming, though I kept it. Why? Fail to determine suitable driver class. Why suitable driver class this time? Because there is no property file giving inputs to auto configuration activity. Is there any property file giving inputs to auto configuration activity, guys? No. Unfortunately, not there. Okay, na? Unfortunately, not there. Why? Because when matching property file is not found, it looks to take application.property. But do you have such entries in application.properties, guys? Driver details in application.property file, guys, not there. So let me keep it to give the feeling when matching is not found, it try to take what? Application.property file. Yes or no, now, boss? Take this, guys, tell me. Application.properties. Here is my what? Pre-prod. Say paste. Here is my what? Pre-prod. Say paste. Right click. Come on. Run as designation 1 clerk. Manager. And what is there? Salesman. Environment is pre-prod is coming. But pre-prod related property file is not there. But it is still picked up from application.property file. So one thing is clear. Okay, when matching profile is not found, it looks to take application.properties or YML file entries as what? Fallback profile, default fallback profile content. That is what I am trying to say here. If there is no matching property file or YML file for the specified active profile, then it takes what? Application.property file as default fallback profile file. Clear? But I noticed one thing. What do you know? Fallback profile is matching with production profile, right? Why to write again same entries in application not properties? Yes, na boss. Pre-prod not there. Looking to take application dot property file. Okay, we kept what? Driver class details there. But I notice that is same as what? Production profile. So instead of again writing there, better to go for better to make prod profile content as a child profile to default fallback profile, guys. Better to make prod profile content as a child profile to what profile, guys? default fallback profile by using profile dot include concept, guys. That's why this concept is also called profiles include concept. What concept, guys? Profile include concept. Let's see. While taking application.property file as fallback property file, having what? Profile information. Instead of writing repeated keys and values in application.property file, which are already there in another profile specific property file, we can include that profile name in application.property file as shown below. In application.what? Properties file as shown below. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on, everyone. This concept is applicable even using what? YML. Okay, check it out. What is the active profile I have taken? Staging. But staging or pre-production both are same, Ra Babu. Okay, but am I writing in application dot properties? Okay, again driver class name, all these things? No, I'm just saying Spring dot profiles dot include prod. This inclusion makes application dot property related fallback profile as the child profile for what? Prod profile or not? And this inclusion is possible only in application dot property with respect to other profile. In other profile, I will include like this means it won't allow. Only in fallback profile, you can include other profiles as what? Child profile. Are you getting my point, guys? We don't have application hyphen staging dot property. Or in our example, application hyphen preprod dot properties. So it will take application dot properties as fallback profile file. But in that file, we are not having keys and what? Values directly. Rather, we are getting by including what? Another profile, that is prod profile. Are you getting my point, guys? All these are there. Same as previous application. We can include other profile info only in what? Application dot properties are YML. That means not possible in profile specific property files are what? YML file. Not possible in profile specific property files are what? YML file. Okay, let's have a look on this, guys. Coming to this wantedly, commenting this, yes, yes, boss. Include the profile. Spring dot, what is this? Spring dot profiles dot include. Why red mark? Yes. Spring dot profiles dot include prod. Here prod is included nicely, na boss? First what I activated? Pre-prod. Next what I activated? Prod. Okay. Now you run this one. On the journey of pre-prod, prod is activated. Check it out. Java application. Designation 1 clerk. Manager. What is there? Salesman. Prod, pre-prod. Aisa no na, guys. One side prod, another side what? Pre-prod. Activated or not, a boss? Definitely activated or not, a boss? Yes, activated. So I think you got the clear-cut idea about default fallback profile. Next, what is there? Child profile. What's another one, guys? Child profile. Got the clarity, my dear? Come on, everyone. Okay. What is the basic story over here? The basic story over here is when no matching profile is there, it will try to take application.properties or YML file as what? Default fallback profile file. But in that, if we feel you are using the same properties of another profile, so don't paste the keys. You make another profile name as what? Child profile. But this child profile inclusion is possible only in application.properties and YML, not everywhere. Not everywhere. Sir, in UAT profile, I'll include prod profile. Not possible. You want to try that? Let me draw. Here I have done this. I'll go to now. Okay, I'll go to now UAT. In the UAT, what I do, I comment everything. Spring dot files dot include. Spring dot profiles dot include. What is there? Spring dot profiles dot include. Yeah, what I'm going to take over there is what? Yeah. Spring dot profiles dot include. I will write prod. Yeah, this include is possible only in base file, not in profile specific property file. Run as Java application, guys. Designation 1, clerk. What is there? Manager. What is next, guys? Okay, salesman. Okay, I will tell. No, actually, how to activate UAT, na? When you activate UAT, you will tell the story. Right now, it is not using UAT. Now, active profile, what I am mentioning is what? UAT. Because in the UAT, I am trying to use the this. Right click, run as Java. Exception is coming. What is the exception? Check it out. Property include imported location. UAT is invalid in a profile specific resource. That means you cannot write in profile specific resource. You can write only in base resource. That is what? Application not properties. I hope your bulb is glowing now, boss. That's the meaning of this statement, guys. We can include other profiles info only in what? Application.properties or YML file. That means not possible in profile specific property files or what? YML file. Like application hyphen UAT.properties. Prod.properties, etc. When I say properties, YML. When I say properties, YML. Got it, guys? Come on, everyone. What is the meaning of @profile default and what is default profile? What is default profile? Listen, when you activate wrong profiles, okay, then what happens? That is what default fallback profile or support. In application.properties, instead of writing duplicate keys that are there in other profile, go for child profile. But default profile, child profile, both are related to when you give wrong profile name. Yes. But right now what I am giving, I am not giving any profile to activate. Then there should be default setup to execute now, boss. Person don't know this project is with profile. He came and run without specifying the profile name. There will be some default setup to execute or not. Are you getting my point? What is the default setup you want to take? The default setup that I want to take is, okay, controller service common for everyone. MySQL DAO, and I want to work with what? What is that? MySQL DAO. I want to work with the Hikari data source. This is my default setup when no active profile is specified. When no active profile is specified, I would like to work with what? Default profile. Yes, na boss. If no active profile is specified, then all beans of default profile will be instantiated and used. It's recommended to have complete setup of all Spring Beans to execute in default profile. That means when no active profile is specified or when no child profile is specified. If no active profile is specified, then Spring Beans not having @B profile, having @profile default will be instantiated automatically, and info will be collected only from what? Application.properties or what? YML. I must have one default setup. When no profile is specified to activate, then also application should run. I am looking for what? MySQL that. So go to MySQL. Here I am mentioning it should be ready for default profile. Or if I don't mention @profile also, it is ready for default profile. On one Spring Bean, if I mention @profile, if I mention default, it is ready for default profile. It is ready for default profile. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Understood my statement, guys? I want reply from you people. Come on. Super, guys. Now tell me what is the story there? Dev test default. Dev test default. Okay. Yes. Come to this, my dear. Application.properties. I don't mention any child profile, but it looks for auto configuration inputs from here now, boss. It looks for auto configuration input. Okay, now I am not activating any profile in any mode. I am not activating any profile in any mode. Any system property? No. Active? No. In client application, are we specifying any profile name? No. In client application, are you specifying any active profile? No. Okay, let me confirm. There is no system property also. Run as run configuration arguments. No system property also, boss. Manager, salesman. Oh, we are getting error. Why so? Table or view does not exist. But why it is going to Oracle? We should not go to Oracle. We have activated for what? MySQL. Default profile we have activated is what? My. But I think I have mentioned Oracle MySQL driver. Oh, mistake is my. I have mentioned Oracle driver details. Definitely it will give problem, na? Yeah, MySQL table it is trying to identify in Oracle. Definitely not there, na. In Oracle EMP is there, but in MySQL employee completely we have taken. org dot sorry not com dot this. Yeah, tell me. My JDBC colon, MySQL colon, 3 slashes. Tell me. NTSPBMS 717 DB. What's the username? Root. Other day someone tried with other than this username, their own name and this one. No, super user is what? Admin. Try to use what? Admin. Not admin, sorry. Root and root. Yes, guys. Yeah, now I given complete setup of MySQL. If for default profile, right click, run as Java application. What is this, guys? What is this, manager? What is this? Salesman. No active profile, but still we are getting output from what? MySQL. Still we are getting output from what? MySQL. It is activating Ikari data source. Leave it. This is MySQL data only, na? Yeah, it is talking to MySQL connection only, na, boss. Come on. It is simply literally talking with what? MySQL. Okay, now tell me what is the difference between default profile? When you mention wrong profile, not no profile, wrong profile. If that profile related property file is not there, then it looks to collect the content from what? Application.property file. That's why it is called default fallback profile. What is that? That's why it is called default fallback profile. Are you understanding my statement, guys? It is called what, guys? Default fallback profile. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay, next one is what? When you instead of writing duplicate keys that are already there in what other profile in default fallback profile file, we can include that profile here or not there. We can definitely include that profile over here or not, guys. Understanding my statement, guys? Come on, everyone. Okay. Okay. Next one, default profile. And when no active profile is specified, the setup that execute that is called default profile. It's better to have a complete setup to run the application without profile, guys. Just now I tried for what? MySQL setup. DAO. If you want to make any Spring Bean of user defined, predefined coming for default profile, in @ profile default you have to write. In @ profile you have to write default. What is the meaning of this? We can make certain Spring Bean working for specific profile, also for what? Default profile as shown below. Dev test default is there na, boss? Okay. To make application running without proactive profile, we just need to comment this line. Default is not profile name. It is the environment or setup of Spring Boot that executes when no active profiles are specified. When no active profiles are specified. Wrong profile is specified, child or default profile comes into picture. No profile is specified, then default profile comes into picture. What is that, guys? Okay, then default profile comes into. What is the difference between fallback profile, default profile, and what, child? Fallback profile. The profile that executes when requested active profile is not available. Spring.profiles.active key. specified with what? Wrong or unavailable profile names. Wrong or unavailable. Both are one and the same. Default profile. The profile that executes when there is no active profile in application. If Spring dot profiles dot active key is commented, child profile or what? Profile include. The profile that is included in what? Application dot properties by specifying what? Profile name to reuse keys and values of specific profile in application dot properties indirectly as what? Fallback profile. In application dot properties indirectly as what? Fallback profile. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Okay. If Spring dot profiles dot include is used in application dot properties or what? YML file. Spring dot profiles dot include is used in application dot properties or what? YML file. This will be useful or not, guys? Are very simple, remember. You mentioned wrong profile name, but still application should execute. Okay, the content in application dot properties is taken as a fallback profile content, but I found the content in application dot properties is repeating same as what? Other profile information. Then I can go for include option. That is also called profile, child profile concept, guys. You have not mentioned any active profile, but that time application should not give error. Still application should run with one default setup. Okay, to keep Spring Beans in what? Default profile setup. At the rate profile along with other profile, you can mention default. Okay, but when it comes to what? Auto configuration input, default profile setup will be gathered from what? Application.properties file. If anything is included, that also will be used. If any other profile is included, that also will be used. Right now, I am not mentioning any active profile, but I am not mentioning one active profile. Yes, here is my what? Yeah. In default profile, what I am doing, I am not. That means indirectly profile is activated only, right? What is coming, guys? Current active environment is what? Prod. Coming or not coming? But actually no profile. But why it is taking prod? Because it is what? Included profile. It is what? Included. That means when you don't mention active profile, okay, then it looks to execute default profile setup. In that process, it takes application.properties as default property file content. Okay, in that if we mention any child profile, that will be taken as the profile to activate. That will be taken as what? Default profile to activate. Understood, guys? Can we keep multiple Spring Beans of same category or type, having common SOM interface in default profile? And I kept Oracle DAO class in default profile, MySQL DAO class in default profile. Then was a possibility of getting ambiguity problem or not? Both are loaded, both are instantiated means what? There's a chance of getting ambiguity problem or not, guys? No unique bean exception expected, single matching but found to. Yeah. Recently received job opportunity for technical support engineer. However, I am not sure. Ayush, are you out of brain? Half an hour back I said, let's discuss at the end of the session. I'll say, I will take the queries. Can you be in the class, boss? Right. I'm not sure. Unsure, huh? Okay, fine. Whether to accept the offer or not. I think Ayush, you asked yesterday this question. I replied, if it is a software company support engineer, accept. Supporting project to accept. If it is a BPO job, KPO job, their technical support means what? It's all about making sure proper internet connections are working or not. Okay, the cables are properly coming or not, softwares are properly installed or not. This kind of stupid work, guys. I generally say that is a hardware engineer work. Okay, so I don't think you need that job. But if it is a software company and project is in support phase, then go ahead. I hope you are understanding. BPO, KPO, content writing, content monitoring companies are there. Okay, there also technical support engineer will be there. Nothing but hardware engineer kind of thing. So that's not a job to opportunity. That is not a job to consider. You need a job, join. But you don't need money. You need a career. Don't join. If it is a BPO sectors, technical support engineer. I know you now you can analyze, guys. What is the difference between not adding at the rate profile for Spring Bean and adding what? At the rate profile default. See, guys, at the rate profile default, when no active profile is specified, then only that will instantiate. When you have not mentioned at the rate profile, okay, when active profile is there, it will instantiate. When no active profile is there, in default setup also it will instantiate. Service controller classes, no active profile. What happened? It is instantiated when certain active profile is mentioned, or when default profile is mentioned also it is instantiated or not, guys. Same thing is there, you read it once. In real projects, we keep data source classes, DAO classes in specific profile or in what? Default profile, because persistence logic changes database to database software. Because SQL queries are database software what? Dependent. Because the SQL queries are database software dependent. Indirectly, data source is specific to each profile. DAO is specific to each profile. Come on. In real projects, we don't keep controller service class in any profile because they are common for all profiles and not dependent on what? Any database software. This is the conclusion on the profiles, guys. We already followed, guys. Data source, I am activating specific to each profile by writing spring.data source.type property. Come on. Okay, second one. What's the second one? Okay, controller service classes, did we keep in any profile? No. Because I want to see them running for default profile or specific profile. So not having at the rate profile is more useful. Why? They will run for a default profile for certain active profile. They will run for every situation. But when you have variety and you want to inject one at a time in the target, so it's better to bring profiles into picture or not, guys. Definitely it's better to bring profiles into picture or not, guys. Okay, guys. Now tell me, whoever asked queries, whoever wants to ask queries, now speak out. Others, I already answered your query. Yeah, someone is saying that prefix is giving problem. Yeah, prefix wala, come back. Practicing 4 days before application and saying yesterday we got error. Mahan Purusha. When I give time, no one will ask, Babu. When I don't give time, people ask. Convert variable option is not coming in Eclipse. Not coming up, maybe you are not using latest version of Eclipse IDE, or in your IDE STS plugin is not installed. Install STS plugin, it will come. Who is this fellow? Magnesh, how come you are favorite student to Harikrishna Sarra? Huh? Okay. STS plugin is there, still not coming. I think you are not right clicking on correct place. If you right click on project, it won't appear. If you right click on what? Properties file, it will appear, right? Okay. Sar favorite because he is also shouting on what? Magnesh. No, I'm not shouting on Magnesh. I'm worried about Magnesh. I shout only on one fellow in every batch, that is Chiki name wala. Okay. Right. He's using his talent in a wrong direction. That's why I shout on him. Favorite because he is shouting. Okay, fine. Mr. Magnesh, if you use my version of Eclipse, definitely it will come. But if you right click on property, it will come. When you right click on project, it won't come, right? That's a simple common sense point, boss. Come on. Okay, let me upload the notes. What's your batch code? 717. Spring Boot code, guys. Right click, file upload. Right click, file upload. Here is what? 717. Spring Boot core. More on profiles. Yeah. More on profiles using OML. I hope you enjoyed the difference between three things. Wrong profile name, first default. In the default, you want to use keys of other profile, child profile. When no profile is in active mode, default profile. Any rocket science, guys? Yes, initially I felt rocket science because all are looking similar. After a lot of R&D, I'm able to give this clarity with you people. I hope you enjoyed the session, guys. Super. One last topic is left in Spring Boot core, that is runners. Very, very important. Almost every day I'm going to work with runners in the coming classes. Right? Okay. Mostly tomorrow or Saturday, you'll be completing your what? Spring core module, Spring Boot core module. After that, be ready with your database knowledge. We are going to study Spring Boot Data JPA, where it internally uses Hibernate to perform database operations on DB table. Okay, more seriousness is required because we are entering into serious module. Every module complete one big task. MVC module for web application, REST module for what? Distributed application, cloud module for microservice architecture application. Remaining small modules are there. They will be taken on what? Weekends. These are the main module we are going to happen in regular classes. On weekends, we'll be having common topics to attend. Okay, I think other batches are completed. Now focus will be shifted towards you people. Be ready to attend classes on what? Saturday and Sundays also. And Saturday 2 sessions, sometimes Sunday also 2 sessions. This Sunday, when is the match? Morning hours or afternoon hours? Expected answer from here. Oh, okay. Fine, good, good. You people also liking matches nowadays. Okay. Day and night match, huh? It's a day and night match. Okay, no problem. It's in which country it is happening? In Dubai. Dubai 2:30 means they are a bit advanced or later. Okay, for them it's a 6 o'clock. Okay, whatever it is. Yeah, I uploaded the material, guys. Fine. We'll meet tomorrow and we will discuss more subject, guys. Thank you. Have a nice time. 7:15 is the